Throughout my years on the streets, I manipulated, I did what I had to do to survive. Do unto others as you would have done unto you is pretty much a good guideline to live by. It's one of the biggest lessons that I had to learn. Let's get into this video.
Cartel got me working for the big faces. Federale got my car full of brick cases. Hit the pen with a grin, there ain't no faking. I was picked to my back for my shoelaces. Got out, should've seen the look on they faces. All jealous cause your boy stacking hella paper. Set up by the crew, they done put a banger in the trunk of my car and left me to hang there. No thing, then attorney went and beat the case. Got a job digging holes for minimum wage. Had a dream that Kato said he proud of me. Stay here, don't leave, keep doing your thing. Quit the drugs, but you know I went back to selling, 6-time failing. I went back to prison, got my head right, got my bread right. Push these weights like a kilo in a tailpipe. Trying to do right, I got a mission. Trying to give back to my boys in the prison. The old me's gone, I ain't never.
Hey, what's up guys? My name is JC. I am Raw and Strong. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell so you don't miss nothing. If you're part of my crew, mi familia, mi raza, you already know what time it is. Súbanse a la suburban, we're about to take a ride. Do unto others as you would have done unto you. Pretty much treat others like you would want to be treated. Growing up on the streets and growing up the way that I did, I used people most of the time. I say about 99% of the time. Friends, family, girlfriends, I mean, you name it. It was survival of the fittest pretty much. And it has been one of the biggest lessons, along with all the 100 other ones, that I've had to learn, because when you actually have friends, like a real friendship with somebody, you don't just call them when you need something or they have something that you need. Same thing, right? Or you need them to do something for you. That was the story of my life, you know. I only had associates. So it was only, what can you do for me, what can I do for you, and that's how it was. So when I changed my whole life around and I started, you know, living, I don't want to say a normal life, I just want to say I started to become a better man. I had to actually learn even just birthdays. I didn't even know some of my family's birthdays, you know, my sisters. I had to learn all this shit because I was selfish my whole life. My whole life, I took, and whatever I could, I took some more, and I never bothered to look back. So, you know, it went from me just calling to say, hey, can you get rid of this? Can I need this? Can you do this for me? Can you meet these people over here? To just calling to like say, you know, hi, and then being like, hey, so, you know, just call to say how you're doing. You know, when you're using people, you don't really think like that. And I'm just being 100, man. I'm being real, because these are all factors that a person like me that's done time and came home and everything, these are all like factors that they're gonna have to learn to actually adjust if they really want to change, because it's more to it than your anger, it's more to it than your jealousy, it's more to it than all that stuff. You know, it's all these little pieces all put together that help you get better, and one of them is actually knowing how to value friendships, family members, watering those friendships by just, you know, calling and saying hi or scheduling a visit, stuff like that. You don't just like call when you need something. I used to all the time, but you know, that's one of the big lessons that I've learned since I've been out, is actually actually kindling some of my relationships with my family. You know, my uncle, my dad's brother, and my stepmom, and pretty much saying, you know, sorry that I took advantage, sorry that I did this, because it takes a toll on people, and people, you know, don't want to be around you no more. They don't. They get fed up with it, and it's like, get away from me. Okay. Alright, we got that out the way. Now, I gotta tell you guys the story that made me think about talking about this today on this video. And I was in the county. I was in the county prison, and I was waiting. And there was a white dude that came in on a court writ. You know, on a court writ is that he was already doing time, but he got brought into the courts to pretty much, he was probably trying to like lower his time or get out. But the dude had already been gone for 10 years. And I noticed him when he came in. You could tell the difference between prisoners, the ones that are like really take care of themselves in there a little more than others. There's some dirty ass motherfuckers in there. And he was kind of like sticking to himself, you know. He wasn't talking to he was white, but he wasn't talking to the white dudes. He wasn't really moving like that. He knew that he had to go to court, so he was like just staying out the way. He had a big federal case, you know. He had been down for 10 years, and he had got a lot of time. I noticed one day, I was changing the channels on the TV, and I noticed one day how a golf commercial came on, and you know, he lit up, his eyes lit up and everything, and he started doing that swing that I guess people at golf do. And he was getting ready to go to court the next day in the morning. And that day we all decided to go to the yard and stay out there. So I told the guys, you know, let the dude watch the golf on the TV, on our TV, while we go outside. And they were like, all right, cool. So he got all happy. He sat down, watched his golf for 2 hours. We were outside. We came in. He was more than grateful and happy. He came up to me, introduced himself to the other guys, and just said thank you. Really respectful, you know, dude. How little things make you happy, and once you've been in prison, and once you've actually done some time and know what it is to not have certain things whenever you want. It's hard in prison sometimes to do what's right. It's hard in there sometimes to actually show some kind of weakness, I guess, because that's what it's considered, you know. When you care for other people, you're weak. But it was moments like this throughout my life that I guess you could say impacted me. And little by little, I created these memories in my head that actually made me want to change. This guy, he was somebody. He was somebody that was very well off. And he actually got to go home that day in court. That same day, someone by the name of put $1,000 on my books. I wasn't expecting nothing in return, but sometimes when you do what's right, when nobody's looking, change is not easy. Never said it was. It's hard. It's hard to learn to actually care for others and be of service instead of just taking and coming up. Throughout my whole life, I've had to learn the hard way, pretty much banging my head against the wall until I couldn't no more. I share my stories so maybe you could laugh, maybe you could learn, or just for fucking plain entertainment. But I don't know shit. My name's JC. I am wrong and strong. Don't judge nobody. Stay in your lane. Live savage. And remember, you only have one life to live. Live it out here free. Living life to the fullest. I'll catch you guys on the rebound.